Test, test. What's going on in the chat? I see some arguments in the chat already. We haven't even started yet. Test, test. Hmm. Nothing. Nothing. All right. All right. What did I miss? Nothing. We haven't started. Like, I literally just started the stream. You haven't missed anything yet. Mic test, guys. You guys can hear me, right? Have a new sub? Ah, thanks for the sub. Thanks for subscribing. That's good. All right. Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, as you guys know, I haven't streamed in a while. The last time I streamed was like last week, and that was on Thursday for the new update. And I haven't streamed since then. Let's just say I've been resting a lot. Yeah. Test is test in Indo? Yeah, it's test. It's the same thing, except just remove the T. And they are pronounced the same, test. Yeah. Alright, so today in this stream, we are gonna, okay, actually I am gonna react to 𝒕𝒓𝒅, how do I say his third name? Hayes. 𝒕𝒓𝒅 video where he reviews Toram Online. Yes, as you guys know, I'm a Toram player, right? I've been playing Toram since 2015. I did quit for 2 years, starting from 2016 up till 2018, but I came back and I've been playing till now. So if you include the time I quit, that means I've been playing the game for almost 9 years. 8.5 years. Yeah. So, I guess you could say I'm quite an experienced player in Toram. So I should be qualified to react to his video, right? I should be qualified enough. I think this is the first video of Toram that got the most views. Yes, I mean his videos got a lot of views usually because he's a very famous YouTuber and he plays a lot of MMOs and he did review a lot of MMOs. But the thing is, Toram in particular has more views, more views than average compared to other videos that he uploaded before. So maybe because, you know, Toram is slightly more popular than the other MMOs. I've never really heard of the other MMOs, so maybe it's slightly more popular. It's not Final Fantasy 14. We can't compare it to Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14 is at the top. It's amongst the best MMOs ever. Ever. So we can't compare Toram with that. However, I've heard that a lot of people, including Josh himself, saying that Toram is kind of... There's a similarity, you know? There's a similarity. So that, in itself, already makes Toram better than a lot of MMOs. Even though Toram is just a mobile MMO, right? Android and iOS. Stream starts after I finish my food. Oh, it's okay. Maybe you can eat some snacks while you watch. Alright, so I want to say a few things before I start. Since 𝒕𝒓𝒅𝒂𝒎 was commenting on something. He said, he's trying any and every MMORPGs to find the worst. That won't be possible without playing Toram Online as well. Use like to make your own live stream to counter something that doesn't exist. Okay. For this one. I know. Alright? This his video is called basically it's like, is Toram Online the worst MMO ever? However, the worst MMO ever is actually his series. I have to clarify that first, okay? He's not asking if Toram is the worst MMO. No. That is just what his series is called. The worst MMO ever? It's a series. That's why it has a number on it. Which Toram has the number 84. That's like his 84th video in that series, right? So I never said that he's calling Toram the worst MMO. No, I never said that. And this live stream is to react to what he said, not to react to his statement, his non-existent statement where Toram is the worst MMO. That's not it, okay? Yeah, that's why we shouldn't rage at him, okay? Okay, from what I heard, I have never watched the video, by the way. I've never watched the video at all. So I don't know what's gonna happen. But from what I've heard from the people that watched the video, he didn't really comment badly on Toram. He did also do a review on Alchemia Story, which is also one of 𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒎 games. It's also an MMO, but he reacted badly. He reviewed badly. It was a bad review. It's, according to him, Alchemia Story is really bad. Okay, but I don't know about Toram. But according to what people said, he didn't review it badly. Okay. We all know that there are no one that can make the worst MMO better than Chinese. Well, maybe. Alright. This video is 45 minutes long, so hopefully I can finish it. I can finish it today, because it's so long. And I have to react to almost everything he says, right? If what he said is correct, if what he said is not true. What I missed? Nothing. We just started. Okay? Alright. Review is mid. It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, that's good. That's good enough. Toram is 9 years old. And it's also a mobile MMO, which has pixelated graphics. If it's mid, it's already good enough, right? The size of Toram is also very small compared to the games nowadays. After this video, then what? Well, it depends. It depends how long I need to react, alright? If it's 2 hours or 3 hours long, I can just end the stream. But if it's just 1 hour long, I can do something else later, okay? Well, I don't think it's 1 hour long, because we gotta listen to everything he said, and I also have to listen, right? And comment on what he said. Alright. Let's watch that. Let's watch. Oops. Give me 1 second. Alright. It's time to debunk each of the statements. Well, yeah. Let's debunk if it's true or false. Apa ini? Halo Bang 9, selamat datang Bang. Kita mau react ke video. Apakah Toram Online MMO terparah gitulah. The worst MMO ever, itu dia. Please use headphones or earphones for better quality. Yes, because I think I'm gonna increase the volume a bit so everyone can hear. Alright. Halo Bang Farudin, selamat datang Bang. Let's start.
Toram Online is another cross-platform PC mobile MMORPG, and that...
Hold on. Do you guys need subtitles? Just in case? Because maybe I do. Just not to miss anything he said, right? Let's put a subtitle. Alright. Let's restart.
Toram Online is another cross-platform PC mobile MMORPG in that cutesy anime style, but while playing I actually find several systems I really like. The characterization was better than I expected, and the boss fight mechanics were complex enough to be engaging, while simple enough to be understandable. And there's even a really cool combat interaction in the boss breaking system. Materials for upgrading and crafting were clearly labelled, and I actually ended up having a pretty good time playing this game.
Alright, everything he said is true. Toram Online is unique. The boss battle is unique. The crafting system is also quite unique. The blacksmith system. Everything he said is true. Alright? So far, that's all true.
Played for way longer than I originally intended, but something felt odd. It felt familiar, like I'd been here before, so I checked the developer of this game and oh, I see, they also made 𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒎 story.
Yeah, he reviewed 𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒎 story badly. Like, to him, if I remember correctly, it's so bad. I don't know why though. I played 𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒎 story before. It wasn't that bad. I mean, look at the graphics in 𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒎 story. It's better than Toram, right? I mean, it's not that bad to me. But for him, maybe because he plays a lot of MMOs, it's not up to standards for him. Yeah, he hated that game. Yeah. Is this a multicast stream? No. No, it's not. I watched a video, it's not Toram slander. Yes, it's not Toram slander. That's why I'm curious on what what he said. Oh, let's continue.
I think I remember 𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒎.
His thumbnail is so bad. What? Why did he make? What does it look like that? Okay. 𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒎 story characters don't always look like that, okay? You can customize your character. Okay? Just to clarify.
Story, I'm sure I've played it. So to refresh my mind, I went back and rewatched my old video and oh shit, my wife! Yo!
There's gotta be some cussing, okay? I know we don't usually cuss in my channel, but it's fine. Some cussings are fine. This guy... Why?
God, I was married. I've not spoken to her in about 6 months. Oh, she is going to be so angry. Well, guess it's time to play Toram Online and hope my wife from another game doesn't find out. Welcome, I'm 𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒏𝒄, and this is Worst MMO Ever, a series where I play every MMO I can find in a journey to find the worst. Drop a like.
There. Remember what he said. It's his series to find the worst MMO. Alright? It's not saying Toram is the worst MMO, so don't go and rage. Okay?
Like on the video or sub to the channel for more MMO stuff. Ring the bell for all the future notifications. And as usual, a massive thank you to all the supporters on Patreon and Twitch.
Wow, that's a
keep
lot.
The channel alive and provide an
that's a lot of Patreon. My Patreon has 0
more
members.
Information on how you can support at the end. For now, let's begin. Today we are playing Toram Online. It's on Steam, it's free, and I swear it means nothing to me. It's just a work thing. Important note, this game is not Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay, yeah. I feel like he's gonna repeat this a lot. I don't know why he compares Toram with Final Fantasy XIV. It's not. Yeah, it's true. It's not Final Fantasy XIV, but why did he have to say it, you know? It's clearly not.
Despite having a very similar font in a...
Well, I can't argue with that, yeah.
very similar color. Character creation. I like how if you choose fit body type, it just gives you a tan, like you've touched a slight amount of grass.
That is so true. It just gives you a tan. You don't really... The shape of your character doesn't really change.
The sun has blessed you. The noble face type is the only type with a beard, and you can have different colored eyes for extra edginess. Now choose a weapon. In a nice touch, the game tells you how hard each weapon is as a player.
Okay, let's continue first.
Not as hard as being married, am I right, fellas? I go with a katana because I'm edgy.
Okay. Yes, it does tell the difficulty. It does. But that difficulty means nothing. Once you reach endgame, that means nothing. I would say they said halberd is hard. It's not really that hard, to be honest. If you already master halberd, it's not that hard. And they said katana is normal. Normal difficulty? No, that's not true. Okay, Katana is the hardest class to play. Even for endgame players, it's the hardest class to play.
Edgy. And while the game loads, we see this out-of-work Tribble reading a book. Now, the game doesn't pre-download. It downloads stuff as it is needed, so this opening section takes 10 minutes. And 10 minutes is a long time to last. Just ask my wife.
10 minutes. Depends on your internet speed. Usually 10 minutes too for me, but if your internet speed is like very, very low, like garbage, then yeah, it's gonna take 30 minutes or even an hour. Depends on your internet speed.
Quick update, have messaged my wife to catch up after 6 months. No response yet. Game launches, we're outside in a rather colourful, nice-looking countryside, and we meet Tenet, leader of the caravan of adventurers. Nothing is voiced, but thankfully the dialogue is quite tight. Each line is either world-building, characterization, or plot. Tenet says this is a training area and we can choose to train or skip, so that's an optional tutorial. I like that. A UI pop-up shows you can use WASD to move, space to jump, left click also moves you, and you get this cool sword flourish whenever you do, and right click spins.
Yeah, that movement, I don't like it. No one likes it. Yeah, I mean, the sword looks cool. If you click on the ground, the sword appears. It looks cool, but it's so bad. It really, it messed me up a lot. Like, I was trying to solo, I was trying to fight a difficult battle, I accidentally clicked on the ground and I just died. No one likes that. I don't know why they even implemented that.
The camera. So we talk to some of the caravan members, get some health potions, and the menu buttons to the bottom right are all crossed out. So maybe we're going to be introduced to each one as we go. A well-paced tutorial. Could it be? The old man then asks if we want to learn combat from him or a young child, and as a YouTuber, I feel it's safest to choose the old man because we were just play fighting, Your Honor, doesn't stand up in court, and I don't own a ukulele. So in traditional RPG style, the world is covered in monsters, and the first enemy we meet is called Colon. It's called Colon.
Yes.
And the enemy is a brown lump. I guess it's time to pulverize some...
I know what he's talking about. I'm pretty sure you guys know what this means, right? Colon is... Okay, I'm not a science guy. I don't know about medical stuff. But all I know is there's colon cancer. Yeah, that's what he meant by a brown lump.
Colons. Actually, that reminds me, my wife replied, she thought I died and is not happy. You press F to lock onto an enemy, then F again to begin auto-attacking, so behold, combat.
Okay,
Early game combat is nothing too intense. The damage numbers are low, time between auto-attacks is shown on screen and is fine, hit graphics and flourishes are flashy enough but not over the top, you kill enemies fast enough but not in one hit, and enemy...
The combat in the beginning is so slow. Let's just say the game in the beginning is very, very slow and very, very boring. Once you reach the mid-game, or even the end game, that's when all the fast-paced stuff comes out. Let's just say the difference between the beginning and the end game is it's massive. It can't even be compared. It's so different. So if there's any of you guys that haven't played Toram before and you guys are thinking of playing Toram, just know that the combat is not gonna be like this in the end game, okay? Or even the mid game. It's so boring. Let's just say the beginning was so boring.
Enemies do a decent chunk of damage against you. Mechanically, this is fine. Visually and audio, it's actually quite satisfying. We arrive at a water...
Yeah, let's just say, that's in the beginning, okay? It hits you and you take damage, it's fine. Like, you take a little damage. But once you reach the mid-game, or even the end-game, or even the mid-game bosses, okay? Almost everything just one-shots you. If you play Glass Cannon, or even if you play slightly tanky character, most attacks can one-shot you. Yeah, this game is kind of like Dark Souls.
Waterfall and face a wolf boss, and the game asks if we're ready. And now the most focused design. Boss fights. Toram is mostly a game about fighting bosses.
Yes,
and when
very
you
true.
do, sometimes NPCs or hired mercenaries will join you. So the old man joins us, and together we kill the wolf. However, he is way too powerful, and it's over way too quickly.
Yes! Yes, that's true. The tutorial. Okay, first of all, I just want to say the tutorial sucks in this game. The tutorial sucks ass. It's so bad. It teaches you almost nothing. Okay, let's just say that. And the boss fight against Forest Wolf, it's over way too quickly. Tanner just kills it. We did nothing. We contributed nothing. That's not how it's supposed to work, to be honest. We are supposed to be the one killing the boss, not Tanner. I mean, yeah, Tanner is more experienced than us at this point, but we're supposed to be the one killing the boss. You know? The tutorial.
My wife always had. Unfortunately, while we were away, the caravan was attacked by a corrupted dragon, and we're told there is no way we can win this fight, so we need to run away to the edge of the boss arena and wait 10 seconds to flee. And this is effectively teaching the player the mechanic of leaving a boss fight through a narrative encounter, which is a lovely touch.
Okay. Technically, you can actually kill the dragon. It's possible. It's possible. You're gonna deal 1 damage most of the time, but you can actually kill the dragon. It's called 𝒕𝒐𝒏. Spoiler, by the way, if you guys haven't played the game. It's called Brutal Dragon 𝒕𝒐𝒏, and it's also called Unknown Dragon at that point. You can kill it. You can actually kill it. But it's gonna take hours. Let's just say that. Once you kill the dragon, though, you do get a reward. It's a hidden reward. It's called the Badge of... I forgot. It's a badge. It's basically a badge. The badge is useless, but you can collect it, you know? Like, it's a collection stuff.
Having fled the dragon, we're sent to the main city of Sofia and told, just go explore, really. It's a big world, go find some adventure. The UI is now unlocked, so I can check the character menu, the journal, and the map, which is top-down 3D, showing all the important NPCs, shops, and map exits to connecting maps. You can even click on anything to get more information about it. This is not a bad little map.
I've heard from a friend of mine, that friend's friend, yeah, my friend's friend, played the game, played Toram before, and he checked the map. The moment he checked the map, he quit. He thinks, it's called the proof resistance, yes. He thinks the map looks absolute trash, garbage, to the point that he just quits. It's not the game. He said the game looks fine, but it's the map that made him quit. So, it's subjective, I guess. For me, though, it's fine. It's completely a functional map, but for some players, I guess it's just bad. I think for him, it's not bad.
Equip a new ring I got from surviving the dragon attack and go and chat to people, starting with this scarecrow. The game tells me question marks mean story quests, and the scarecrow tells us about the general store, so I wander on over. And on the way, a guard approaches me. Now, side note, I really like the design of this guard's helmet with the front faceplate sliding down when...
I just realized that. I've been playing this game for 8.5 years, but I didn't realize that it's actually kind of like you know, there's a plate in front of it. I don't know if you can slide down that plate. I don't think so, because you can't really see if you slide down. But it gives you extra protection, you know? So, it's nice. It's nice to have. I just realized that. It's a cool helm, yeah.
Well, that's a lovely practical touch. So the general store is run by... Okay, Toram Online is not Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, yeah, this is gonna be repetitive. He's gonna say that statement over and over again throughout the video.
So this is not a Lalafell. This is clearly a different thing. A child. It turns out they are called Sololo. God damn.
Okay, first of all, they are not called Sololo. That's his name. And second, that's not a child. That's a full-grown adult that looks like a child. It's just a race thing.
Damn it. So, for anyone unaware, in Final Fantasy XIV, Lalafells, these potato-looking things...
Well, they kind of look similar! What the heck?
games have a very specific naming convention where they use repeated phrases of clusters of letters, often using repeating syllables. In Toram Online, which is not Final Fantasy XIV, not only does it use the same font and color of font, but also the same character design and naming conventions.
Okay, yeah, kind of true. Kind of true.
But it's not Final Fantasy XIV. So shopkeeper not 𝒓𝒂𝒂 tells us about the great cataclysm where many years ago the world was blown up by a terrible dragon and is now being rebuilt. Was
it a terrible dragon? No, it wasn't a terrible dragon. That story is... I think that's false, okay? Even since the beginning, it's not blown up by a dragon, okay? It's actually a okay, this may be a spoiler, slight spoiler because it's gonna be explained very soon. But it's the cataclysm is like two worlds clash, not clash, more like they hit each other. They hit each other, like the dimensions are all messed up, and it's not an explosion, so to say. It's not an explosion, okay? So the cataclysm is like, maybe I don't know, but they didn't really explain how it looks like. But in the end, all the maps just got shuffled, kind of. Like, you guys know that 𝒖𝒍𝒂𝒎 Online is a prequel of Toram Online, and the world is the same. It's the same world, world of 𝒖𝒍𝒂𝒎, right? But the maps, they are shuffled. They don't have the same position anymore. Like, for example, Sophia is supposed to be there, but now it's here. It got transported away. I don't know how. It's the war of gods. There are gods in this game, by the way. Yeah. So it's not caused by a dragon. It's caused by a collision. That's the word. A collision between two worlds. Yeah. It's not merging. It's not merging, okay? It's a collision. They haven't merged. They haven't merged.
Essentially, the realm has been reborn, but it's not Final Fantasy XIV. The potato child tells us the blacksmith is looking for help, so we head on over and chat. Seems he needs some stuff delivered, so of course we accept the quest. And the game tells us, look for the exclamation mark to hand quests in. There are a lot of systems I'm noticing, like blacksmithing, synthesizing, boss difficulty choices, but I will wait and see when the game feels it's time to introduce me to them, because so far the pacing hasn't been bad. I do, however, discover the jump animation is...
No. That's it. That's all the tutorial, guys. The pacing hasn't been bad. Yeah, I mean, they really taught you the basic, but that's it. That's it. There's no more tutorial.
Just that, an animation. It's not an actual practical physical thing. You see, if I jump from this wall to the floor, the character model is instantly teleported down to the height of the floor with the animation still playing. That means there's no actual height in the game.
Yes, there is no height. There is elevation though. The what's it called? The land elevation, which is kind of messed up, by the way. I don't. If you guys are new to the game or haven't been playing the game for long, let's just say that elevation stuff is just messed up. It's bad.
Just the illusion of height. Spotting this kind of design early matters because it means
I mean, there is height technically. Like, you could still fall down, but you don't take any damage. There is height. Like, if you want to go from the top to bottom, you can just jump. Like you can just, if there's an edge, you can just go down, but you can't go back up, right? There is a height, but you can't climb. Yes.
Be no jumping puzzles or moments that jumping across a broken bridge while passing over a floor below could...
We can jump over a bridge, but there is a feature for that. We don't technically manually jump. There's an automatic feature for that.
Possibly happen, because you would be teleported down to the floor below automatically. The blacksmith complains about life a bit, lamenting about how he is a coward, and gives us some armor, and I like how even the minor side characters have just enough personality to make them memorable. He even mentions the armor he...
Not really. honestly. The only time I remember him is when I go back to the blacksmith. Otherwise, I don't remember him. No one does.
Has given us has a slot for a gem to go in. A gem which can power our equipment up. A condensed ball of energy called Krista, which is not materia, because Toram is not Final Fantasy XIV. So we go and explore the local...
What? Okay, I just realized that a lot of aspects in Toram is so similar. Almost the same. With Final Fantasy XIV, it's so similar.
local lands, we bump into an angry acorn and then meet the elvish duo Balft and Triel, brother and sister. They're wandering adventurers like us. Brother Balft offers to give us an adventuring badge if we can defeat some colons. I wasn't aware I needed an adventuring badge to be an adventurer. It sounds like something you'd cut out the back of a cereal box, but okay, I get to killing. The local guard even asks if we've used our stat points yet and mentions that we really should. Another nice in-game touch of reminding you about mechanics. So I throw some points into dexterity.
No! Yeah, this is a beginner's mistake, okay? Do not ever spread out your stats. This is such a common but big beginner mistake. Do not spread out your stats. You should always focus on one stat in the beginning, okay? Oh my god.
And agility, but nothing into intelligence, so I can continue to swiftly dodge the increasing legal letters my wife has been sending me about abandonment and divorce. Now, killing the roaming small enemies is just padding. The real focus of the game is the bosses, and when you approach a boss, you get to set the difficulty of the fight. You can also use temporary buffs to increase the drop rate and see which items you might get. I like this. It means each boss can still be relevant to you as you level up, because you just increase the items the boss could drop on higher levels. Boss fights have a few important mechanics. All bosses have unavoidable auto attacks, so you're guaranteed to be taking at least some damage. But they also have a
No. Okay,
large
wait.
variety of...
Okay, wait. You are not guaranteed. I am one of those players that have this may sound like I'm bragging, but I'm one of the players that has soloed a lot of bosses in Toram. Completely untouched. Untouched. Meaning no damage taken by the boss. I would say I've already sold about 90% of the bosses of the game. Which, 95%. Which the 5% is just straight up impossible to solo untouched because their attacks are either so quick or just so deadly, so fast, you can't solo it untouched. It's impossible. But, yeah. You can avoid. You can actually use evasion to avoid the auto attack, the normal attack. It's not guaranteed, okay?
Red damage area indicators giving you time to dodge. My katana class also has a cool feature. Whenever you attack, either an auto attack or an ability, you are locked into the attack animation. But if I hold a direction as soon as the animation starts, when it ends, I will quickly spin dodge in that direction. This lets
Okay, let's continue
me
first.
risk a last moment attack before quickly dodging out of the ring.
I hate that. This feature is so bad. I wish I can turn it off, but you can't. This feature, this slight dodge feature, killed me more times than I can count. To my friends too. Oh my god. I kept asking Asobimo if we can turn that off, but they never did. So it's when you move, when you dodge, you can still get hit. And the thing is that sometimes the movement of the game is really clunky. So you gotta use your controller or the thing that moves your character, right? You gotta use that before your animation ends. Before the attack animation ends, so you can move quickly. But the thing is, if you do that, you're gonna dodge. You're gonna use this evasion thing. It's not even evasion. It's like a dodge thing. And that kills you. It's good back then. when we didn't have manual evasion, yes, it's good because it's kind of like a free evasion, right? But nowadays it's so bad because we already have manual evasion. We can use that. I'd rather use that anytime than this thing. Oh my god. Please start it off.
Red, it's a nice active combat
No.
touch. There's another major boss mechanic we'll find later because it's actually really cool. Breaking parts of a boss. So the boss goes down, we get the badge, then Balf and Tally ask us to bring some magical leaves to the synthesizer in town, so we head on back. Maps in Toram Online are quite small, and later we'll find an overworld map which shows how they're all linked together. The synthesizer is next door to the blacksmith, so we head on inside, and it seems that she's collected all of the Infinity Stones. We give her the leaves, and she tells us the city is under protection of Pina, one
I
of
just
the
realized
12
that.
gods. She also gives us some knot materia, and we slap it onto our equipment, and now we have more vitality. Let the brother Balf know we've done the errand, and then a small squad of explorers interrupt us, saying they discovered a golem in some ancient ruins and accidentally activated it, and it's kinda dangerous. Sounds like a job for a guy with a katana. So we run on over. The area is actually quite populated. Toram Online has no shortage of players, even on Steam, and honestly I can see why. It's accessible, decently challenging, simple enough to flow with...
Hold on. Okay. First of all, this is a big mistake that a lot of new players do. Because they think it's cool, right? They just choose katana. And they saw, oh, katana is normal difficulty, so it's not that bad, right? It's decently challenging, but not overly hard. That's very false, okay? Katana is the hardest class in the game. It's so hard to use. The thing is, it's hard to use, but it's worth it. It's kind of like high risk, high reward. Katana has one of the shortest auto attack range. Attacking range in the game, and also it's very fast paced. All the skills are very fast paced. Not real for the beginning. The thing is, it's also true. I have my reason for that. In the beginning, for katana, you don't have a lot of good skills to use, to be honest. Until you reach like tier 3, like if you reach tier 3, you can only get what? Hasso Happa. And yeah, that's an AoE skill. But then again, it costs 500 MP. No. You gotta reach tier 4 to get good skills, which is the main skill, Tenryu, right? Tenryu Ransei. But that's tier 4. That's level 150. If you're a beginner, it's gonna be a while till we'll reach 150. Yes, you can do the quest, the main quest, to reach 150 really quickly, but Tenryu itself, it's quite hard to use, to be honest. Because it has a cooldown. Not cooldown, a timer. That makes it really hard to use, especially for beginners. And the short range of attack makes it even harder. Because if you're starting out in the game, in Toram, you really don't know how to move, how to fight the enemies. And that short range, it's just gonna make it super dangerous for you. This happened to me many years ago. About 5 to 6 years ago, when I first used katana, I fought a mini-boss called Commander Golem. Commander Golem has a really gigantic AoE. That killed me so many times I couldn't kill Commander Golem. It's really hard to use. But once you know how to master katana, yeah, that's when everything becomes easy and you start to really deal a lot of damage. Katana is a class that you gotta master. It's a skillful class. I don't know how to say it. You basically
with just enough complexity to reward active attention. I
You need a lot of
discover
skills.
another layer to the combat system. When your auto attack is ready, you will only actually perform the hit when you stop moving, meaning you can essentially hold an auto attack for the right moment. Combining this with the insta dodge after an attack animation finishes, and there's now a layer of timing to the combat. I click around the UI some more and I notice the counter of 99 potions on the left. While you can assign potions to a manual hotkey, you can also set them to be automatically used at a certain health point threshold. Now at first I think, oh great, it's a potion spamming game, but we'll find out that's not entirely accurate because there is a 6-second cooldown between all
It's not 6 seconds. It's 10 seconds. I don't know how I don't know why he says 6 seconds, but it's 10 seconds. Wait, is it 10 seconds? Oh yeah, it is 10 seconds, right? Okay. It depends. If you're not in battle, I think it's okay. I don't know about potions. I forgot. But if you're using a consumable, if you're outside of battle, it's actually 3 seconds. But if you're inside a battle, it's 10 seconds. Yeah. And there's also something called a 𝒕𝒓𝒂𝒎 𝑹𝒖𝒍𝒆𝒂𝒎. Basically, it's like a booster kind of stuff. It's a booster. And then, not really a booster, more like it gives you a special effect. And there is a 𝒕𝒓𝒂𝒎 that gives you a special effect where you don't use your consumable, you don't use your potion, but, okay, it's like this. You use the potion, but it's not used. It doesn't decrease, but you still use it. Basically, it's like, let's just say that you have a potion that heals you, right? Yeah, it still heals you, but you don't use it. Like, it doesn't decrease. From, let's just say you have 99 potion, and you use that 𝒕𝒓𝒂𝒎. It heals you, but you still have 99. However, there's a side effect. The cooldown is increased to 20 seconds. This is good if you want to save your money, so you don't have to keep buying potions. This is one of the best, let's just say, I'll call it special effects, okay? This is one of the best special effects you can have for, as a pro player, as an endgame player. But for beginners, I don't think you should use that. It's quite risky. Yeah, it's called parsimony. Yes, it's called parsimony.
Potion usage, and 6 seconds can be a lot of incoming boss damage.
Nope, it's 10 seconds, which is a lot more.
So you can still be one-hit killed. Into the ruins, I check out the skill menu. It's arranged in a handy-dandy flowchart. I throw some skill points into some cool katana skills and set up some hotbars. Pretty simple stuff. There are even preset hotbars you can cycle through, and this button says I can hold space to block, but I assume that's only for classes with shields. I don't need to block anything.
No, that's false. You don't need a shield to block. You can block with any class, any weapon. Okay? That's false.
Except my wife's legal team. Am I right, guys? Oh, guys. I need to know, am I right? Because she is getting the lawyers involved. Find a locked treasure chest, but get told this is a main story item. Come back later. Pedantic graphical nitpick time. I've noticed the compass. The N is at the top for north and is the right way around. But the W, E, and S are oriented as if they are going to spin. The S is, from our current view, upside down. Now, this design would work if the compass edge did spin, which would orient the direction we're facing to the top and make the letter look correct. But it doesn't, so it looks weird. Hi, post-production Josh here. Turns out that S doesn't spin the correct way if you spin the compass, because the S itself is mirrored, which makes this whole thing even stranger. Yep. Eventually, we find the golem boss.
Honestly, we never pay attention to that. It's just there.
Not Magitech from Final Fantasy XIV, and a nice little cutscene shows it using its weapons so we know what to expect going into the fight. This is great. The fight lasts a little longer and is greatly enhanced by the boss music containing what I can only describe as a violent flute section.
Honestly, activated golems BGM
Take the golem down,
is
and then
quite
Balth
underrated.
gives us some holy gems explaining they are powerful condensed magical flashbangs which can weaken evil. That sounds pretty useful. After a story boss fight, you're asked if you want to leave the map or explore a bit more. I want to explore a bit, and then I find the achievement page. So far I have received 17 bonus gifts, one of which is just play for 15 minutes. An achievement. just for being here. Should have got one of those for putting up with my wife, am I right, fellas? She is divorcing me, I am going to court tomorrow. I decide to take on the boss again, without the narrative team this time, and it's much harder, but also way more fun. But here I do notice a design that I'm not too keen on. The boss has a health bar, and when you do damage to it, instead of the bar remaining the same total size, but a section within the bar decreasing to show the percentage health lost from the remaining total pool, instead, the entire bar just gets smaller.
Yeah, okay, I actually agree with this. It's bad. Because you don't really know what percentage you're in right now. But there are bosses in the game, like, if you reach a certain percentage, it releases an attack, you know? Like, which percentage are we on right now? We don't know! It's... okay, I never really complain about this because, you know, I'm already used to it, but I feel like a lot of new players are gonna complain. Which is understandable. Understandable.
So you don't know how far along in a fight you are at a glance. More presents just for being me, including a magical hat which has the most defense of any item so far.
Okay, this one is... it's just a coincidence. He started the game when, I forgot how to get this, the Totem Hood, but you're definitely getting that from an event. I forgot which event. Definitely not Anif, right? Is it Anif? I don't remember. But he started the game in an event, so he got this Totem Hood. A coincidence.
Don't laugh. This is peak defensive performance. Run all the way back to town. We're interrupted by a government officer.
Oh, download. Right.
Wants to see you. You should talk to her. Fine. Bureaucracy. The government. Maybe the goddess knows a good divorce lawyer. At the government offices, we meet Totally Not Zelda standing outside Totally Not Mournhold.
Oh, Zelda. Kind of true. Kind of similar.
This is Pina, one of the 12 goddesses. From her outfit, I'm assuming she's the goddess of helicopters. She sends me to 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐞.
I mean...
saying there's a big hole in the ground and possibly a dragon. We should go and investigate. A dragon living in a cave. Sounds like my ex-wife. Am I right, fellas? Seriously, she got the cave. I am caveless. Using the world map, you get this grid pattern showing how all the maps are connected together. Now, maps only ever have exits from the north, south, east, or west, so it's easy to work out the exits that you need to take to get anywhere. Thankfully, you do have a few teleport tokens to make...
I forgot. Okay, so this is the map. Yeah. It's this right here. Hold on. Can't seem to. This right here is the map of the game. It looks like that. Apparently, one of my friend's friend quit because of this. Because it looks so bad. But it's a very functional map. It's nice, you know. I would rather take a functional map than a good looking map, but it has bad features. So there.
Do have a few teleport tokens to make fast travel possible, but don't worry, these do run out pretty fast.
Yep.
Teleport to the salt plains and...
They do, but they gave, let's just say the developers gave us a lot of that. A lot. From events, from live streams, even from daily logins. Emblems, you know, like if you do something, if there's like a weekly emblem where you can get the teleport ticket, it's a lot, it's abundant.
You know, visually this place looks fine. Toram has that vibe of PlayStation 1 JRPGs. I
would say not PlayStation 1, more like PlayStation 2. PlayStation 1 is very pixelated. This wouldn't work on PlayStation 1 for sure. PlayStation 2, yeah.
Jade Cocoon, Breath of Fire, early Legend of Zelda vibes, at least visually. It's not an ugly place to...
Oh, sure. Come join my Discord. Check out the link in the description. Or maybe I'll just send it to the chat, Discord. Hold on. There.
Exist. On the Salt Plains, we meet Palulu. Legally, they're not a Lalafell, so I'll just refer to them as a child from now on. They will...
Okay, wait. What are they called again? So Lolo, Pelulu, what are they called again? Okay, we are called strays. Or humes. Sorry, we are called humes. What are they called? I forgot. Seriously. Q! That's what they're called. That's the race. Q. Okay. They are called Qs, guys, not child. Alright? Just to clarify.
Tell us the secrets of this land, even joining us on our adventure if we collect some dragon skin. Thankfully, our journal lists not only the quests we're on, but also which enemy drops which item and where to find them. Lovely amount of in-game information. Kill some tiny dragons, get the skin, hand it back in, and get sent to talk to Grandma Child. She explains the land is inhabited by 4 tribes which all focus on a different lifestyle and a different element, but we are totally not Avatar: The Last Airbender. The holy gems were created to defeat evil, and with a head full of several garages worth of knowledge, we get sent to hunt down that dragon. The crater map is bigger than any we've been on before. Lovely sight lines, we kill some angry plants, and then down in the center we don't find a dragon. Instead, we find a black crystal.
Di Indonesia ada kata culas, pas banget sama karakteristik skill. Masa iya? Gue baru tahu loh. So apparently Fru said there is a word in Indo, it's called culas or chulas. Coincidentally, it kind of the meaning of that word kind of means it has similarities to the characteristics of a Q. So that's a surprise. I didn't know that. I'm from Indonesia, but I didn't know that.
We fight, and I like this boss fight. The boss doesn't move, but the dangerous areas and additional enemies do. Sometimes you're sent far away, sometimes you're encouraged to huddle in close. There's variety. There's also support crystals that apply debuffs like slow, poison, or paralysis, which you have to go and take out first. So we destroy the big corrupting crystal. There's no sign of the dragon, so we let the government know, and I do feel that separation of church and state is somewhat at odds with the government being run by a literal god, but I'm not a bureaucrat. Maybe this is fine.
I just realized that. No, I didn't just realize, but now that I think about it, Sophia City is run by a god, like a literal god. Like usually in a lot of fantasy settings, the gods are in the sky. Like they govern all the living beings from above. You know, like they're truly godlike. They live in heaven. But in Toram, the gods, they live with the humans, the living beings. They're mostly even, they govern them directly as the leader, right? It kind of feels like the gods are more involved now. But back then, if I remember correctly, okay, in Iruna Online, which is the prequel of Toram Online, the gods do live in heaven. Kinda. So they did govern all the living beings from above. But now they're more involved, I guess, because the threats are everywhere. And the world is just in chaos because of the cataclysm. So
Helicopter Goddess says we should talk to the locals.
Helicopter Goddess.
Magical stone. So we do, and they say, yep, magical stone just outside town in a local temple. Might be useful for dragon hunting. You should probably go and get it. There are still players everywhere, so I fight through the ruins of the temple. As ruined as my Lego collection after my ex-wife took half of everything. Not half the total sets, half the bricks from each set. And then inside I find 2 players aggressively grinding together.
Wait a minute! These are bots! Oh! Okay, let me clarify. These are not players, these are bots, okay? Yeah, players control them. Okay, not really control them, they're bots. But they are owned by players, okay? These bots are owned by players, but they're bots. They move automatically. Yes. So, just saying, they're not players.
Trying again not to think of my ex-wife, I fight on through the temple. Sometimes you'll find items on the ground and be able to pick them up, like how halfway through this temple I got wood. What can I say? I just really like temples. Rather odd mechanical choice here. Holding right-click rotates the camera, but it does not lock the cursor while doing this, meaning if you spin the camera in one direction, the cursor will slowly make its way to that side of the screen and then hit the edge, and you will not be able to spin the camera anymore.
Yeah, that, for an endgame player, that is really bad. Like, sometimes I want to move my camera a lot, but I have to keep scrolling, you know? Like, I can't just move over the edge. It's not possible. Otherwise, I'm gonna be stuck, you know? If I move to the edge of the screen, it's gonna be stuck. One of the bad things about the camera in Toram.
It's been a while since we've seen a game make that design choice, so if you are making a hold-click to spin camera system, have that click also lock the cursor. Fight some PlayStation 2 looking gargoyles, and I have to say I'm not hating Toram Online. It's designed to appeal to a specific audience, and I know that audience isn't me,
Thanks for the sub.
but I can still spot the quality, the consistent aesthetic style, the small but nicely designed maps, the vibrant color palette, the decent pacing of combat, the narrative through line, the little characterization quirks. There is a lot of small flashes of quality in this game. Reach the deepest...
Yeah. Oops, my bad. Okay. Yeah, so the game actually has, it's good, you know? The game, Toram Online is good. It's just that the reason why Toram is lacking players nowadays compared to back then is because, first, there are a lot of other games that have better graphics. Yes, the first problem is graphics. It's just outdated, you know? And that turns off a lot of people. And second, the lack of advertisement. I said this a lot before. The game, the developers, they did not advertise at all. Zero. I'm not even saying they advertise like, you know, what's it called? I'm not even saying they advertise teeny tiny bit. No. They advertise zero. Zero. No advertisement. They left the advertisements to the content creators like me. So, yeah, that's the second. And the third one is the tutorial. Honestly, he said the tutorial is nice. The pacing is nice. No. I would say it's bad. It teaches us nothing. Almost nothing, actually. Okay, it's almost nothing. Because they did teach us combat. They did teach us about Krista, or the common term is Axtol. But that's it. That's all. And there's so much more to explore in this game by yourself. If you don't watch guides, if you don't join guilds or ask other people about it, you're gonna be confused as hell. And a lot of players, a lot of new players, they quit because of that. They don't understand anything. I mean, it's fine. We can advertise. We can advertise the game anywhere, as long as it follows the rules of that community. If the community says you can't advertise the game, then don't advertise it. Right? As long as it follows the rules.
Save someone from being attacked by goblins, and they say thanks, they are actually the guardian of the temple, and if we bring them 10 dead goblins and 10 dead beaks from local birds, they'll let us see the magical stone within. So I get to killing, level up some skills with some leftover skill points, and then I try out some emotes, including this one, which allows me to kneel down and pray, but then a bird walks over me, and it looks like I'm cosplaying an egg. Bring the bits to the temple guard, we walk into the sanctum together, and I spot what looks like the hook shot hovering over the giant statue's hand. But before we can take the holy gem, some bandits appear and steal it. Unfortunately, doing this causes the dragon to appear, and oh hey, it's the same corrupted dragon which attacked the caravan from earlier.
Yup.
That's a nice setup and payoff. With the magical seal removed, a four-armed minotaur climbs out of the ground and we fight. And again, great music, great area, and a
great music
which plays with the speed of our character. Actually,
hold on. Great music. Could be for beginners. Yeah, it's a good music. But you guys don't know how overfarmed this boss was in the past. Even now, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if it's still being farmed. But in the past, for like six to 7 years, this boss has been overfarmed every single day. I feel bad. It's to the point that we get sick of the music, you know? We just turn off the music. It's
fight. So we kill the Minotaur, take the magical gem back from the bandits and return it to the temple because it seems it's actually quite important that it stays here. But we do still need a holy dragon hunting gem, so we go back to the goddess and let her know of these events. Now, on my way back, I spot a golden level 100 Toram. I probably can't...
Okay, this is an event. This is an event, okay? It's not here permanently.
I'm only level 25, but oh, actually I can. This must be an event enemy.
Yes!
Under 𝐿𝐴𝐺𝒄𝒎, we explain the magical temple gem is actually sealing creatures into a prison, and taking the gem is a bad idea. She says the corrupted dragon has been spotted by the lake, so we should go there. Now, the lake has a few massive enemies walking around, but I've got around 200 potions left, so I attack a tortoise. It is here I discover the potion cooldown mechanic, and I get roundly killed, which introduces the death mechanic.
I mean, okay, that turtle is a mini-boss, which is potentially harder than the boss. Yes, potentially harder than the boss itself. But since bosses have difficulties, it's could be, if you play the boss, if you fight the boss on normal difficulty, of course, probably the boss is easier than the mini-boss. But if you play on the let's say ultimate difficulty, which is the hardest one, the boss is still way harder than the mini-boss. You can't change the difficulty on mini-boss. It's just fixed. It's there. It's fixed.
When you die, you can spend a revive item to get back up right now. Or you can go and revive at town. Or you can wait 5 actual minutes to get up. But if you do choose to wait, you can rapidly click the struggle button. And each click removes 1, 2, or 3 seconds from your revive timer. Now, this mechanic is interesting. It's obviously designed for mobile, so you're rapidly tapping your screen to get back up. But it's also a way of making death a system that you can actively interact with for benefits. And if you're
Honestly, I don't know if there's any other game that has this feature, like the struggle feature, but it's nice to have, you know. It makes the game fair. You don't just spam, oh, I have this revive item, you just spam the revive item. Or just have a support that instantly revives you. We do have that, by the way, it's a new skill. But this struggle makes the game fair. It's nice to have. Instead of waiting for 5 minutes, right?
killing a boss with a group of other players, you're going to be rapidly tapping your phone to try and get back up quicker. It's adrenaline inducing, which is a very interesting game design choice. And now a bit of an interesting sequence break. I know that my ultimate destination is the mountain, so I teleport straight there, but it's covered in poison and I'm dying just being on the map. So I leave and I discover you need to approach this from the previous map to trigger the story beat of the brother and sister magically clearing the dragon's miasma. I really like how the game let you teleport here and then just made it dangerous.
I don't think we have that anymore in the latest maps. Like you have to clear the main quest where you can access the map, because if you don't, you get poisoned or you get burned, blah blah blah. It's nice. It drives the story, but we don't have that anymore nowadays, unfortunately.
But to clear the poison, we need to go and get some special magical herbs. Merchant Palulu says we should gather some reagents like fairy feathers and vines, so we go and do that. And while I'm hunting stuff down, let's just have a read of some reviews. It's more better than most not free RPG MMO.
It's more better than most not free I think it could have been worded better. But okay, yeah, I get it. I understand.
Good game. Got 17,000 total.
17,000! I don't even play that long. I've been playing this game for 8 years. What?
Total hours, mobile and PC combined. Game's as good as it used to be, as grindy as its 2019 updates made it be. You can breeze through all the content in this game if you have 500 hours to spend, or more. It costs over $25
It costs over $25 in orbs to reset your skill tree. This should be enough of a review. Hold on, okay? First of all, you don't have to spend. You can, okay, there is a choice where you can just delete the character and start over without spending a single penny. Right? I mean, you made a mistake. You made a mistake in your skill tree. And as everyone already said, as the game already said, please spend your skill points wisely. Because if you don't, you're gonna have to reset. Right? They did say that. I guess they didn't pay attention, or they're beginners. So why not just delete the character, start level it up all over again? Yes, it's gonna take a while, but you don't have to spend a single penny. And also, the game, sometimes the game gives us, the developer gives us a free reset period. It's not very long though. It's usually once every 3 to 4 months. It depends on the developers themselves, okay? But usually it's once every 3 to 6 months, actually. 3 to 6 months. And it lasts for 1 to 3 weeks. That should be enough time, right? There should be enough time. So giving a bad review just because it costs $25 to reset your skill tree, it's too early. This review is too early. They could have just reset the character. Delete the character and remake the character, you know? It's free. You do have to spend more time, but it's free. You don't have to spend money. Yeah. I don't like this review.
In orbs to reset your skill tree. This should be enough of a review. Before I played Toram online, I had small PP, no friends, no girlfriend, depression, and no life. These things haven't changed, but the game is pretty good.
The game is pretty good.
You need, then bump into this player who looks like they lost a fight with a fancy dress shop. With all the reagents, we give everything to the synthesist in Sofia City. We get the purification liquid back, and then use that to clear the poison around the mountain, and up we go. We help a traveler being attacked by boars along.
That wasn't a traveler, just the scene.
The way, because that's just who we are, and then we keep pushing up the mountain. I'm getting pretty strong vibes of Eternal Ring, that ethereal liminal space RPG, the place of somewhere I recognize, but I know it's not real. It's an odd feeling, and it
yeah, me too. I felt that too. It's nice.
Will happen again later. At the summit of the mountain, we find the corrupted dragon. So we fight. The brother and sister team join us, and the dragon goes down pretty quickly. But you'll notice these strange circle icons, which sometimes appear over the enemy's body. I don't know what they are, so I'll come back to this because they're actually really important and they're a great mechanic.
They're very
when the dragon
important.
dies, it doesn't die. The black crystal just falls off, and it turns out the dragon's a really nice guy who got corrupted and can't remember anything. They fly back off to their desert, and we report this to God, and they say, yeah, that sounds strange. We should investigate it. So we're tasked with finding more holy gems in case more corrupted dragons appear. To this end, we go and ask the local townspeople what they know about holy gems. The blacksmith knows nothing, the synthesist knows nothing, the guard knows nothing, and then a tiny merchant girl suggests, hey, why don't you ask the goddess about the gems?
Yeah. This is just... I don't like this. We literally just talked to Pino. And we decided to go around and ask people about the gems. Which takes so much time, by the way. And all that just to return to Pino. Wow!
So the quest, given to us by the goddess, is go and find information about the holy gems. And this quest ends with you asking the goddess...
Yeah! Wow!
...about holy gems, making the entire thing completely superfluous.
Yeah!
𝒂𝒎 says we should talk to a trader called Nyata, but no one knows where Nyata is, so we're sent to another trader to find them. This game has the energy of going to a club with all your friends when you're a bit younger. Then everyone's splitting up, and then everyone spends a load of energy.
You ask the moral knowledge first, then ask the god's knowledge. Honestly, I thought gods are supposed to be gods. Like, gods. They have the most knowledge, right? And besides, the morals, the people, They know nothing.
And you worrying where people are to get back together, back into a group, and then as soon as the group forms, you just split up again, and then you reform endlessly until the end of the night. We chat to Grandma Merchant again, and she sends me to talk to somebody else, and Toram is turning into, I don't know, go and talk to somebody else, the game. I have also unlocked 23...
Yeah. The beginning of the game is a massive chore. Massive chore. This is one of the reasons, okay, I didn't say this earlier, but this is one of the reasons why players quit. It's so full of chores.
New achievements, which must all be manually accepted, otherwise the number doesn't go away. And now I discover the combo menu, where you can set one...
Okay, this feature, this combo feature, there's no tutorial for this. Yeah, he just discovered it. This is one of the most used feature in the game, and we never got a single tutorial about this thing. Yeah. It's complicated too. It's complicated.
Ability to trigger right after another, and that's fine, but it does burn through your mana faster. So you see, during combat...
Not really. The combo, it depends, but most of the time, not really. It's like... I mean, they cost the same, right? If you use the skill and then the next combo you use the skill, they just cost the same. Unless you don't know how to use the combo, you put save at the very end of the combo, boom, you lose so much MP, right? And that's why tutorial is important. But they never gave us.
Each auto attack refills your blue mana bar, which is broken down into segments underneath your health bar. Using an ability takes a certain number of segments shown by...
Yes, the segments, it just means how much MP you have. One segment is 100 MP. Okay? So, for example, if he has like 8 segments, that means he has 800 or above MP, but less than 900. Okay?
The ability's icon. Mana is slow to recover and quick to spend, so a combo system sounds great until you realize you'll likely want to save your mana segments for either a really big attack or one ability that you've leveled to maximum to do more damage.
Yes, but you can also use save or consecutive, which is also something called a combo tag. Save, kind of like, okay, save is one of the most complicated thing in the combo system. It's like, it saves the MP from the skill and then use that MP to cast the next skill. You get what I mean? Okay, so let's just say you cast a skill and this skill is tagged with save. This, and also this skill has 200 MP. Let's just say it has 200 MP. It saves the 200 MP, and then you can use that MP to cast the next skills inside the combo. So for example, the next skill costs 100 MP. You're gonna use that save 200 MP, you use 100 MP from that, and then you cast the skill for free. You don't need MP to use to cast that skill. Okay? And then what else? If, for example, you have 2 skills, the next then you have 2 skills after that save skill. Okay, let's just call it the save skill. And both of the skills have 100 MP, so they cost 200. And that save skill has 200. So yeah, you spend nothing. You spend 0 MP. And also, the save skill, it also costs 0. Okay? It also costs 0. However, there is a drawback to this. There's a drawback, yes. The drawback is, there are 2 drawbacks actually. The first drawback is the skill itself, the skill that's saved, has minus 80% damage. Okay? Minus 80% damage. And then the next skill after that has minus 60% damage. And then minus 40%, minus 20%, and then 0%. So that's a drawback. That's the first drawback. It's quite bad too. And the second drawback is, if you save the MP from that skill, but you don't put anything, let's just say you don't put anything after that skill, that saved MP will come back and it will cost. it will, let's just say, the cost will come back and doubled. For example, you save a skill that costs 200 MP, right? And then basically that skill will now cost 0, but you don't put anything after that skill. So after that skill ends, it'll take 200 MP from you, and then it double. It's gonna take another 200 MP from you. So 400, boom, gone. That's a second drawback. Yeah, it's complicated. I know, it's complicated. That's why usually, we use this save tag to cast buffing skills, because, you know, the first drawback, it reduces your damage by a lot, right? So it's best to use this tag for buffs, like buff skills. Not passive, active buff skills. Yeah, it's really complicated. There's also a tag called consecutive. Consecutive is much more simple than save. Basically, it reduces the cost of your skill. Like, for example, a skill costs 200 MP. You use consecutive tag on it. It's gonna reduce 100 MP. It's there's also a bit more to this. Like, if you put the skill on the third slot of the combo and you use consecutive in it, it's gonna actually reduce 200. It depends on the slot. Like, the further the slot you put the skill in, and with the consecutive tag, the more MP it gets reduced. The more the cost gets reduced. There is also a drawback to this. If I remember correctly, consecutive reduces your damage by 20%, I think? Was it 20%, guys? Or was it 50%? I don't remember. I think it's 50%. I don't know. Basically, it also reduces your damage, but only that skill, okay? Only that skill. The next skills after that, it doesn't get reduced, thankfully. Only 10%? Really? Oh, shoot! 10% per MP. Also, the further it gets in the combo, the more it gets reduced too. Oh, that's... okay, I forgot about that, but wow, that's pretty bad. I think newbies can get crap for listening to all this complicated info with so many new words. Exactly. That's why a lot of people quit, because it's too complicated. The game is too complicated.
We finally arrive on the mountainside in the search for the mage who knows how to make holy gems, and this cutscene is meant to be horrific. It's a turtle attacking a child, but it's...
It's so funny, yeah! It's hilarious, what the...
just so funny, I can't help but laugh at that dumb
What the... Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
we
kind
learn
of
about
cute.
the mage 𝒂𝒂𝒎 who lives up the mountain. So up we go. The mountain is full of ghosts for some reason. Maybe it's a haunted mountain. Or maybe it's alcoholic because of all the spirits.
True.
Please like and subscribe.
Please like and
We're
subscribe
attacked
to
by
me
a
too,
bandit
guys.
who
Don't
summons
forget.
a giant bear. The issue here is the fights are starting to take a while, and I don't
just
mind a
realized,
long fight if every
Marcello is a
moment is
bear.
engaging and victory is never assured. But when the victory is known from the start because of the amount of health potions we've got, this is just padding to fill time. We win the fight, but the bandit begs us to spare her, saying she's starving. And now we get an RPG choice. If you do spare her, she tells you the beast in the mountain is allergic to a certain type of flower. If we ever find the flower, come back here and kill the beast. It's worth it. And she also says the holy gem mage was last seen in Douche Hamlet. So off we go. On the way there, I spot another one of those locked treasure chests, and then I really appreciate how the child just headbutts.
Okay, there's a fun fact to this scene. Back then, about, okay, let's just say the first time I played Toram, okay, 8.5 years ago, on 2015, we did not have treasure chests. We did not have that. So this scene did not exist. Okay, it's just there. It's just finished after that. After we talked to, what was the girl called again? I forgot her name. I didn't see her name. But after we talked to the girl, that's it. We don't get this scene. That's a fun fact.
That's it, hoping that will work. Turns out it doesn't. They're locked by a special key, but our child can provide us with 10 a day, so we now have an in-universe reason for limited...
Do we get 10 a day? I don't remember. How many do we get?
Daily chest opens. Remember, these aren't boss kill chests, they're just randomly found within the game world. Now, remember the loading screen between levels? One of them mentions I can play a free game of darts.
Okay, if you guys are new to the game, and you don't know what the treasure chest does, if you think the treasure chest only gives you materials, no. You can actually do something called treasure hunting, where you just you go around and open chests, and there is a very small chance of you getting something called a crystal. They taught you that, right? A crystal. However, this is a special crystal because it's actually a crystal dropped by a boss. Usually, a crystal dropped by a boss is way more valuable than a normal crystal. Like, for example, if you get a crystal that gives you like vitality +1, that's garbage. No one uses that. But we usually use crystals or X-stals. We commonly call them X-stals. We do use X-stals that are dropped by bosses. And every player does that. Every player uses that. It's a must. Unless it's a maiden sword. Maiden sword is garbage.
The cash shop for a daily prize. So, the cash shop. Let's do this. Or let's not, because it seems the cash shop doesn't work. I can see the orb shop, orbs being the...
Okay, this is a bug that they never fix for some reason. The cash shop, sorry, the orb shop, not the orb shop, basically like when you open the screen where you open the avatar sales screen, it's bugged sometimes. It's way too long. It's gonna be bugged and it won't load. You have to restart the game. And I don't know why they never fixed that. Orb shop. It's called Orb Shop now. Okay.
Premium currency, 1 orb is $1, better prices for buying more. $80 would get you 152 orbs, but what can I spend the orbs on? I'll have to check back later when the shop's working. Welcome to Douche Hamlet, previously known as just Hamlet before my ex-wife moved in. And remember how I said Toram isn't Final Fantasy XIV?
Yep.
Well, the machine that makes not materia looks a lot like the machine that makes materia, but then...
Wait a minute! Okay, I really think Toram, Sobimo took references from Final Fantasy XIV. Because, god damn, they look similar.
Psych, subversion of expectations, this machine is just making candy. The search for the Holy Gem Mage now takes us through this Spyro the One Arabian Nights looking map, an outside zone with high walls, floating steps, geometric stylized statues of people and horses. And I really like this area. It's fantasy,
I like it too.
Art Deco video game. It's striking. Some of the enemies are just floating magical books. We then meet a magical apprentice who explains this is a magical research center, and we're a bit too weak to be allowed in right now. There are magical seals on the door.
This character right here, Relisa, yeah, she plays quite a major role in the later parts, later parts of the main quest. Massive spoiler, I won't say anything, okay?
And you know what? Yeah, a Holy Gem Mage was here, but she's gone. But hey, here's a bouquet of flowers, which happen to be the same flowers the beast from earlier is allergic to, so, I don't know, maybe go and kill it? It seems by now video game logic is heavily taking over, but we return to the mountain...
Okay, hold on. Let me read the chat for a bit. Remember me, the cell phone-less MF from the boonies? I got a new phone. Oh, welcome back! Welcome back! Congrats on the new phone. What are you watching? This is... if you guys don't know... Okay, let me just... what's that word? Let me just say it again, okay? This live stream right now is... We are reacting, actually me, I'm reacting to 𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎 video where he reviews Toram Online. And this has been watched 465,000 times. Yeah, basically 465,000 views. So I gotta react to this, right? Yeah. It's a series called Worst MMO Ever. But he's not saying Toram is the worst, okay? Just saying. Bang Bang, apa tuh masalahnya? Coba kasih tahu. Coba chat aja. Atau kalau bisa coba DM gua di Discord. Coba DM aja. Coba coba screenshot gitu. Kasih tahu masalahnya. Alright,
And
let's
now
go.
the music sounds like 𝐒𝐤𝐞𝒂𝒎 𝒖𝒍𝒆.
I just realized, man, what the...
By now, I'm very aware that I've been using my free teleport tokens to move from map to map, even quite close maps, and I am aware they're going to run out very soon.
Yes,
Inside the lair,
please
we give the
use
beast
them
some flowers
sparingly.
and get to pounding. But enough about my ex-wife. We're now at the Volg fight. I have 282 potions remaining, and this is a slog of a fight. I even die and need to revive. Thankfully, I've got 18 revive orbs. The final third of this fight, the boss even switches to using way more AoE red zone attacks, so we've got mechanical progression within a fight, which is a lovely design touch.
I don't know if Flare Bulk has that yet. It's a really basic boss, I think. Maybe he's just unlucky, to be honest. He kept getting spammed by AoEs. But I don't think Flare Bulk has that yet. It's in the later parts of the game that the boss has this kind of feature.
Killing this beast gets us a magical gem the child with us can now sell, and a few cutscenes later we decide the magical holy gem-making lady might be in the Highlands. I mean, we're just throwing a load of guesses at the wall and seeing what sticks. So we head on over, and a man with a giant hammer chases us away, and then we go to the open plains and meet a butler, a dapper-looking gent who has unfortunately lost the young man he was in charge of, so we agree to go and find them. The brother and sister duo show up again, and we say we're trying to rescue a lost noble child, and they decide to join us. And like every other adventure area before, we just fight through 3 layers of increasing difficulty. Halfway through, I even get some more wood, and my god, I just love caves. At the end of the cave, we find an ice cavern, and inside, a giant ooze enemy. The ooze has the child, but before we can rescue them, a mysterious black knight shows up, frees the child, and then joins us for the boss fight. Wait, no, they just leave. Thanks, mysterious black knight. Take all the glory and then do none of the work. Mechanically, I really like the ooze fight.
So
it has
true.
similar attacks to the dragon, but chains into them way faster, meaning you've got tighter windows to attack and dodge. And while there is always the unavoidable damage in the form of enemy auto attacks, you can easily dodge almost.
It is not unavoidable. You can use evasion. Apparently, I don't think he realized that. He doesn't know there's an evasion feature. It's gonna make the game so much easier, guys. Use your evasion feature, okay? You can go to the settings and set it up. I don't know why it's not automatically set up, but wait, it is actually. You just need to check the controls of your PC. If you play on PC, it's already there. You just need to check the controls, okay?
Every telegraphed attack. You know, if this was someone's first introduction to the MMORPG genre, it's not a bad intro. Story, combat, bosses, items, maps, the foundation of a good MMO is here, and it's pretty stable. Take down the ooze, the brother and sister return. I wonder if one of them is the Black Knight. We find a new weapon, the Adele sword. So we equip it, roll in the deep, set fire to the rain, and it turns out the sword is terrible. Well, as an item it isn't terrible, but I fully spec'd into the katana, and weapons don't share skills. Return to the butler, give him the child back, and he says the holy gem maker, yeah, they saw them run into the swamp, so in we go. You know, it's been a while since I found a new weapon, and that ooze fight took quite a while, so I returned to the main city and try and buy one. The blacksmith lets us process raw materials into crafting materials and then use those to either make weapons or upgrade others.
Yep.
The upgrade system, of course, can fail, and there's an item you can buy to make sure it guarantees the
We do not use the NPC blacksmith to refine. We create our own blacksmith character and refine by ourselves. It's also free. There's no fee like this, you know. It says free, but there is no fee if we just refine it by ourselves. Okay. But it's still pretty pricey. You still need to buy the refinement. The refinement materials, right? Or you can just farm. You can farm them, but this gonna take a while.
process. I get my katana to +3 through pure luck and then go and explore the city. There's a cool sunken city over the edge of the lake and then a guy called Forth who works on the wharf. There's also a large group of players standing around the consignments board. This is the auction house. Buy and sell stuff. I do a quick search for katanas. I've got 3,000 spina, which is the game's version of coins. And after browsing the marketplace, I discover I am, in technical game terms, absolutely skint. Good.
This is still nothing, guys. This is nothing. Okay, 3,000, that really does nothing. The cheapest thing you can get is like 100k, 100,000 just to get a decent gear. That's not even close to an endgame gear. You know how much an endgame gear costs? Potentially 400 million spina. Potentially. Yeah. If you put 2 Crystas or Axtals in it, it could potentially be 500 million spina. Yeah, it's crazy. Unrealistic.
Weapons cost over $1 million. The general store also has no weapons, and why is Hatsune Miku here? Aren't you meant to be in a Magic the Gathering set right now? Okay, with no new weapon, we head off to the swamp. Inside, we find another child merchant. Apparently, they smell like alcohol and live here because no one bothers them. We ask about holy gems, and notice how your character doesn't have text, but whenever you would say something, the game has a little dialogue box letting you know as a player that you have asked something, meaning you can imprint your own attitude of how you asked it, which is a nice RPG touch. The child swamp merchant says yes, they will tell us where the holy gem maker is if we bring proof of victory against the moon wizard. So off to the moon palace we go, which it must be said has a lovely map. The moon framed between 2 imposing rising gates, and the enemies here look like magical animated sets of armor. We even bump into the bandits from earlier, and one of them is apologetic about attacking us back then. I love these little touches, humanizing background characters. Now the lead bandit, however, says we are too weak to go into the moon palace, we would die. But if we destroy 10 sword marionettes and 10 mage marionettes, he may let us pass. So yay for grinding. So we go and slap around some marionettes, mindless beings moved by magical strings, much like the judge in my
He's just spitting facts, but I disagree with the words. No. It's called a series. It's a series name. He's not saying Toram is the worst MMO. No, it's just a series name. Okay? All DT in 400 million? All DT is 400 million. I would say it's 400 mil. 400 mil. It's hard, but it's possible. But usually minimum 500 mil. Usually. Yeah, one 2-slotted additional gear is 400 mil. That's crazy, man. The ain't endgame gear, that's whale gear. Whale. If you want the best of the best gear, it's potentially 1 billion. Yeah, like what Civilian said, 1 billion. He's just reviewing the game, guys. He's just reviewing the game. He's not saying the game is bad.
Divorce case. I also notice I've got a few points to spend, but no new skills to spend them on. Those skills are locked, and they must be unlocked in Sofia City Library. So I teleport back, go and get a library card, and check out a skill book. The game warns you, focus on one skill tree at a time. Unlocking others is possible, but it gets expensive the more you know. I read up upon how glorious Nippon steel, folded 1,000 times, can cut through the densest of matter, meaning it could probably cut through my alimony paperwork. Back at the Moon Palace, kill a load of marionettes, head on inside, and now collect 20 magical coins from even more marionettes.
Yeah,
personally, I think creepy animatronic or haunted possessed doll is a vastly underused enemy design in RPGs, so I'm happy to see these here. I reach level 40 and unlock a new strat. You have to select a personality. I select critical.
Oh wait, he went all in on Dex. That's good. Okay, he did make a questionable choice in the beginning, but he did go all in on Dex. That's nice.
Dome always was of me, and now my critical attacks do more damage.
Okay, if you are a DPS character, do not ever choose that thing. Okay, that last stat. Don't ever choose it. Just leave it be. Don't even choose critical, because that critical does nothing unless you increase the stat, which no one does. Okay, no one does that. Just leave it alone.
Fight deeper into the palace. The second level has us activate 3 buttons in order by just running over them. Nice and
But that's only for DPS, okay? That's only for DPS. If you're a tank, for example, you do get MTL or mentality, which is great. You gotta increase that. But if you're a DPS, don't choose.
And then we find the Moon Wizard on the outside balcony, and this whole segment has very "we have Elden Ring at home" vibes. The Moon
Elden Ring at
home! But insists we
home!
fight, so they know that we're strong enough to take on the dragons. And it's strange I said Elden Ring, because they even have a Moonlight Greatsword style area of effect attack. This whole segment has very strong From Software visual vibes, and the fight is nice. Local AoE, larger AoE, dashing attacks, magical flourishes. Totally acceptable boss. 10 minutes later, we learn some more history.
Oh, I'm surprised it actually beat the boss. Because Mao actually becomes harder at 50% HP. He actually beat it. Nice.
There were originally 3 gods, Moon, Star, and Sun. They attempted to summon the 4th, Lost God, but in doing so...
God? You mean wizard? Not God, wizard.
So accidentally caused the cataclysm and all got horribly injured while summoning a load of evil to the land. But they were able to reverse this and lock most of the evil monsters away in magical prisons, but to do so had to sacrifice a portion of themselves and their power. Moon here lost his arm, leg, and face, and the armor he's in keeps him alive. Star was blinded, and then they were too weakened to rule, so 12 other gods came along to be in charge. It turns out the person we're hunting is Star. She makes the holy gems, but because she was...
Are they gods? No, they're not gods, right? The wizard, right? The Moon Wizard. And then the Star Wizard, which is Nayata. And then the Sun Wizard, which is what's his name again? It also starts with M, I think. I forgot.
Blinded, she's gone a bit insane. This is a decent plot twist. Flawed gods, ancient evil contained with sacrifice. With the mark of victory over Moon...
Majua, yes, Majua. Not Mardula. Mardula is a boss. It's also a later part of the main quest. Okay, that's spoiler.
Achieved, we return to the swamp merchant, but like my ex-wife, they've left. Before pushing the story on, I need a better weapon. Fights are taking too long, so I head back to town to figure out this crafting thing. And I'm glad I did, because it's actually quite fun. Almost all the material drops you get can be reduced down to the basic core component: metal, wood, medicine, or mana. And making a unique
metal, wood, medicine, mana, and... Metal, wood, medicine, mana, and cloth. You also need cloth.
Requires an amount of these base materials plus a specific drop from an enemy or boss. All recipes are sorted by both item and level. They show you what you need and where to find each thing. So I can see to make this katana I need 18 clear waters and 6
and bees too, right? And also bees. Thank you for the song.
Drop from Voda Roars in the cavern and twinkling stones from Rio Frosh in the Athema ruins. So let's just go and get this stuff. Use the map, work out the connections, go hunting. And I kill until getting 18 waters. Then I go and find the Frosh, which are frogs, and these frogs are on one of the furthest maps I've been to, and goddamn, just look at this place! This looks awesome! Super high.
Honestly, this is one of the best looking maps in the game. Yeah, it's true.
Ancient city, good sightlines, nice textures. Toram Online has some good environments. The frogs are pretty easy to kill, but twinkle stones are quite rare, so it takes me a while. But eventually I do get them, return to the blacksmith, but the irony is, in the process of gathering the materials for a new weapon, I have leveled up and am now able to make the next weapon up. I could even try to make some brutal dragon armor. The bits for this are dropped by Brutal Dragon Dekel, the dragon boss from earlier.
Is it Dekel or Diesel? I usually just call it Diesel.
But it tells me this drop requires a parts break, so I'll need to work out how to do that. I go to teleport maps, but oh damn, okay, I am out of instant teleport currency. I need a teleport orb. I guess that means it's time to check the shop, and yeah, this time it's open.
It's finally open.
Darts game, which is just clicking on a spinning board and then getting a prize.
Okay, yes, it's true. Wait. What? Wait. Can we...
Which is just clicking on a spinning...
What? He shot it right in the middle! I didn't know it's possible! What?
Board and then getting a prize. Thrilling stuff.
Wait, where does it actually land on at that... What?
You can buy 100 teleport tickets for 30 orbs, which will cost you $25. And hey, look, you can spend 1 orb, so $1 on a potion to completely refill your health instantly. I'm not denying...
Do not use your orbs to buy this.
This game is very clearly pay to win, but I am still enjoying.
No, it's not. It is not. Okay. That is, I would say that statement is the falsest statement I've heard so far. This game is absolutely free to play. One of the most free to play game ever. Seriously. You can beat any boss without spending a single dime. In fact, you can even be the best player in the game without spending a single penny. But you do need Spina. You gotta grind like you have no life.
The other systems it has given me access to. With fast travel gone, I run all the way from the main city back to the Dragon Mountain, even discover some climbable vines on the mountain, adding a bit of pseudo-verticality, and then we restart the dragon boss battle. You can even see the drops that you might get, and which drops require a part break or are increased in drop rate if a part is broken. So what the hell is part breaking? Well, this is actually a mechanical touch for mobiles, which they've translated to PC pretty...
Yes, so part breaking is where you break the parts of the boss to get a certain, what do you call that? A certain drop, basically. Like, there are drops that you need to break the parts with to get, basically. How do I say it? I'm saying this wrong. Basically, there are some materials, there are some weapons, blah blah blah, that you can only get by breaking the parts. Okay? And yeah, on mobile, unfortunately on mobile, you have to tap it a lot. You have to tap the circle. Okay? It's really, it's okay. It's unfair. It's unfair because on PC, you just need to hover your cursor on the break circle and it's gonna break by itself. Yeah. It's unfair for mobile players. It's hell. Yeah, you gotta tap a lot. You gotta tap really fast on mobile. It's tiring, right? But on PC, just hover your cursor. Wow.
Damn well, and I really like. Some of your attacks can paralyze the enemy briefly, but if you're able to stack multiple paralysis effects quickly, each consecutive paralysis chance will become a chance to part break. And when the enemy breaks...
Wait, really? No, that's false. No. He's using something called Pommel Strike. Pommel Strike is a skill where it can paralyze the enemy. It has a chance to paralyze the enemy, inflict paralysis on the enemy. After you inflict the paralysis, you can cast the skill again when the enemy has paralysis to inflict stun. And when you inflict stun, which is one of the 3 interruptions, you can have the part break, the break circle. You can pop out the break circle. It's not because he inflicts multiple paralysis. No, the skill works like you inflict the paralysis, and then when it's paralyzed, you can cast the skill again to stun it, and then the break circle pops out. Okay.
The white circle will appear over the breakable location you are closest to, such as its head, its hands, its leg, or its wings.
Not really. Oh no, it's not where you're closest to. It's more like where your camera is closest to. It's not your character, but your camera. So you can actually just stand in one position and break multiple parts. Yeah, some parts are very hard to see. Very true. So you gotta move your camera in the right direction.
If you're playing on mobile, begin tapping that location quickly.
Yes.
If you're on PC, hover your cursor over it. Once you've tapped or hovered for long enough, the part will break.
Yes.
And you can move around the enemy to have different parts be focused. Breaking an enemy gives you a visual change, like the dragon's knee talons.
Not all the time. Not all the time. But yeah, a lot of bosses, if you break their parts, they change visually. Like there's a part really broken there.
being
Her wife got a
sacked
bad
off, and it reduces their damage with that attack.
He
And some
said that a
items can
lot,
only
yeah.
drop if the
I don't
enemy
know what
has
happened
been
to
at
him with
least
his
partly
wife.
broken in the fight. This is a great system. It makes you save up your mana to spend it all on a high-risk, high-reward damage surge, and then has you physically interact on mobile or visually interact on PC. It's making you balance timing attacks, dodging incoming attacks, and using the cursor. I really like this combination of mechanics. But be aware the enemy can also break you if you get hit too many times by high-powered or
Different thing. Very different thing. Okay? Breaking parts is not equal to armor break. Those two are very different things. Armor break is an ailment. Part break is inflicted by, tapping, right? Tapping, and then if you want to pop out the break circle, you have to stun. Stun or flinch. Okay, there are three of them. Flinch, tumble, and stun. These three are not ailments. They are interruptions. They are very different things. Okay, armor break is an ailment which reduces your defense by 50%. Actually, I don't know what happens to you if you get inflicted by armor break, but if I remember correctly, it's not just your defense that gets reduced. I think it's also your resistance. But if it's for the boss, if you inflict armor break on the boss, it reduces their defense by 50%. Of what 50% damage taken, really? Wow, that's bad for the player. Wait, armor break only use with guard? Oh, that's super bad. I didn't realize that. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's very different. It's very, very different. These two are very different things. My god, it prevents you from using guard. Dang. Okay.
paralysis attacks, you'll get this smashed glass effect in front of you, meaning you're now taking slightly more damage.
Yes.
So yes, you can just tank damage, but doing so...
But the thing is, if you break the parts of a boss, it doesn't necessarily mean you deal more damage. No, it doesn't mean that, okay? But there are bosses out there. If you break the parts, they get reduced resistance, reduced defense, blah blah blah. So there are some bosses that has that, but not all bosses. Not all of them. In fact, most of them don't have that.
You in a weaker position that's not sustainable. So now I know how to check what weapons and armor I can make.
We don't deal more damage if they on breakpoint? No. No. No.
How to find where the required items are, and how to break bosses for increased drop chances. I just go and do that, and it's pretty damn fun. I even discover if you go to the world map, you can sort by recommended level range or by main story chapter to see where you're meant to be. I know I'm in chapter 2, but materials I need for the weapon are dropped in Ethos Fortress, which is further on in chapter 3, so I'll be pushing ahead somewhat, but the game does let you do this. But when I do reach the Death Zombeasts, great name by the way, they are pretty powerful. They're normal enemies, but they do way more damage than earlier bosses because I am punching above my weight. And after killing them for a while, I do realize the main story was giving me more experience, so I just go back and do that. Returning to the main
always do the main story. If you guys are starting out, do the main story first. Okay, wait, hold on. It's not just the main story. Before you do the main story, try to join a guild. I always say this, if you guys are starting out, please join a guild. Because the guilds will help you out a lot, especially the mercenaries. There's something called a mercenary system where you hire the characters of other players. They are controlled by... It's not AI. It's like a predetermined controls. Predetermined moveset. But they do help you out a lot because, you know, most players are endgame players. Not most, but some players are endgame players. So they do... those mercenaries deal a lot of damage. So basically, they can deal like I would say even 1,000,000 times your damage, possibly. If you're dealing 100 damage, they can probably deal 100k or even 500k or even 1,000,000k. No, 1,000,000k. 1,000,000 damage. Yeah. So those mercenaries help you out a lot until the very end, even. The very end of the main quest. So that's why you need to join a guild. After you join a guild, and then you have a mercenary that can help you out, do the main quest. Because main quest, gives you the most amount of XP. Do not farm the beginning bosses. Do not farm the normal monsters in the beginning, because those gives you non-existent XP. Just go for main quest. Okay?
Child beats up another child, and then we're off to Skaro Town. Hey, cool, we're back in that geometric art deco place, and the lady from earlier says, yes, a holy gem mage did pass through here. And then we see another small child.
You can farm bosses at level 100, but honestly, why not just do the main quest, right? Unless you want to save the main quest for the later parts of your level, for example. Like if you want to level up to 280, the current level cap is 285. Let's just say if you want to level up to 285, and you honestly, why not just do the main quest? I don't understand. Why not just do the main quest? You know, like do the main quest, get to as high level as possible, and then fight bosses from there, because the bosses there give you more XP anyway. Right? Just do the main quest.
Child being attacked by a giant crab, so we fight it, and this is
honestly, even if you don't socialize, you don't like socializing, still try to join a guild. Just go to Sophia City, and then just say looking for a guild, and hopefully someone invites you. You don't even have to talk. Once you join the guild, just say thanks. Done. You don't have to talk anymore. Guilds don't require you to talk. Okay? So if you don't like socializing, just don't talk. Just say thanks. Done. And then use their mercenaries. Done.
Best boss fights so far. It's fast, punishing for mistakes, and getting the boss break requires 4 pommel strikes in a row, which is a big mana spend and a big risk because the crab moves a lot. And
not really 4 pommel strikes in a row. Pommel strike has a chance. It has a chance to inflict paralysis. It's not the amount of strikes you do, it's the chance. Maybe like if you level up to level 1, maybe it has 25% something. That's why he thinks it's 4 times, but in actuality it's 25% chance. Oh, paralysis 100% at level 1? What about level 1?
When they reach half health, everything speeds up. Good fight. We learn the other child merchant is working for the star goddess. The crab had some rare material they needed. And they say the star goddess is in the Sarham crater to the south. So I return to town to
It's
stop.
not star goddess, it's star wizard.
But while there, a guard asks me if I want to try a challenge
Oh, he
dungeon.
maxed it out?
Sure,
Oh,
why not?
okay.
It seems challenge dungeons are meant to be short group wave defense games. You get placed into
No one does this thing. Almost, okay, I would say 99.9% of players in this game don't do this. This is
an arena with 4 crystals, and enemies will spawn and attack the crystals.
I mean,
and you
it's
need to
a-
defend
it's-
them.
it's-
If you can
it's
last for
okay.
10
It's an
minutes, a
okay
boss
feature,
will
but no
appear.
one does
Now
it.
this starts pretty easy, but god damn, around the 9-minute mark, things
they have removed this game mode. Yeah.
just
You
kick it up.
They can, okay, not really. They don't need to remove it. It's just there, right? It doesn't harm anyone. It's just there.
notch. The boss spawns, but I've got no chance of surviving. I give it my best shot, but hey look, I got 250,000 experience from this. That's pretty cool. I chat to
That's not experience. That's just points. That's not experience.
some NPCs around town, shown as green dots on the minimap. Each one has a selection of level-based quests for you, side quests. Thankfully, the main quest has been paced well enough that
Wait,
I've
is
not
that experience? I don't think so, right? This is a point, right?
had to grind so far. I even discover an underground tunnel accessed by going through the door by Forth on the wharf. This is a giant aqueduct connecting Sophia City to other nearby maps. It's also filled with enemies, and even a boss battle against this knockoff witch from Devil May Cry.
I don't play DMC, but damn.
Aqueduct is an impressive map, lots of open space, great ambience, and having alternative access routes to faraway maps is lovely. There's definitely a lot to do in Toram Online, and it's surprisingly well paced and balanced, and presented. My main worry now is what happens when I run out of health
Except the
potions,
pacing,
because
maybe.
I could grind for hours
no
to
tutorial.
collect the materials to build them back up. I know the synthesis would let me do that. But the fun bit of this game is killing bosses. Can I still do that with no potions? Let's find out. Back to searching for the star goddess, the holy gem maker. In more ruins, we bump into the explorers from earlier. I love the amount of callbacks this has. And then I stupidly attack this giant walking boss and discover it has an AoE the size of the entire map, and I get one hit killed. We then fight a
don't do that.
because it's not a true RPG until you fight a demon door. My issue here
demon
is not the fight.
door.
That's fine. It's the fact
That's
that
in
the
a lot of
door
RPGs.
opens to the ruins behind it, but the ruins are broken. We could just climb in. The door has protected nothing. The cutscene after the boss does make me laugh, though. This child with a moustache says they're going to die, so another explorer just punches them and then they're fine. Healing magic delivered via fist. We travel inside the magical ruins and meet some elves making holy gems. They say the star goddess is just inside, so we dive
Star
deeper,
wizard.
and eventually we do meet the goddess. Unfortunately, she is blind and convinced we are enemies, so is throwing out random fire AoE attacks. And now a mini-game bit where you need to get close to her while avoiding the fireballs.
I already
You don't
remember
know
where
the
to go.
fireballs are going to land until you're so close you're basically already in them, so this is just trial and error. We eventually reach the goddess and explain we need a holy gem to be able to fight more corrupted dragons. She explains she can do us one better. She's making sorcery gems, which are way more powerful. But this might be a bad thing because she's going a little bit insane. However, before she can give us one,
spoiler,
we are attacked by a
Karis, that's a
two-headed
spoiler.
beast, another boss fight. But this time, I get destroyed. Like 2-hit killed by this boss. I can hardly even beat the boss.
Okay, Boss Sroga is a beginner killer. A newbie killer. Yeah, I think this is the part where you actually need a mercenary to kill. This boss is really hard. Well, this boss was released 8.5 years ago when I first played. Oh my god, it was so hard for every single player at that time. It's unrealistically hard. Yeah, this is the first wall right here.
The main dude, I can't even touch him. This fight is recommended for level 59, and I'm level 51.
No. That level recommendation is false. Don't trust your levels. Just get a mercenary or get a friend. Get anyone.
Same results. So I guess now is actually the time to gather some better equipment. I head back to the blacksmith to make a note of what I need, my armor and my next sword. I need drops from the ooze boss and the dragon. I return to the ooze boss first, and I start farming, but I can see a problem rapidly approaching. I'm only beating the ooze boss because my potion stock is keeping me alive. But after one kill, that stock is almost out. I have no more instant restore potions. I've only got slow use regenerate potions. Now, thankfully, these do last the entire boss fight, but I'm having to spend a lot more time running away waiting for my health to refill, which is not fun.
He does not know the evasion feature. He needs to use evasion. Guys, if you guys are new to the game, be sure to check out the controls, okay? Check out the keys, the keybinds. Check where your evasion is. There is an evasion feature. You can avoid auto attacks, okay?
Even if I'm able to break the ooze's head and hands, reducing its damage and speed, it still takes too long to kill.
No. Thanks for the sub. When you break the parts, you don't actually reduce anything. You just get more. You just get a chance to get more stuff, like more gears. Okay?
I need better armor to survive this fight, which means returning to the corrupted dragon boss. I need 10 brutal skin and 2 brutal claws. The claw drop requires a boss break, so that's my focus every fight. I even tried the hard version of this fight, which is way too hard for me. A full dragon kill is taking 3 to 4 minutes, but there's one system I still haven't engaged with in the game, and that is the mercenary hire system.
Can't do evasion with evasion support type equipment.
Can put your character up for hire as a mercenary. So when you're
my bad. Yeah, so you do need an evasion type equipment first, which is a light armor. Or you can equip a dagger. You can, as a katana player, you can't equip a dagger, but you do need an evasion type equipment, which is, in the beginning, try to get a light armor, okay? Get a light armor. The guy in that video is a hater. No, he's not. He's not. He's been praising the game, actually. He praised the game a lot. He actually loves the game.
Can pay some spearer to hire you for an hour. I check the merc board and I hire...
this is the mercenary right here. Let me just rewind this a bit.
in the game, and that is the mercenary hire system. You, as a player, can...
Don't hire a mercenary from there, okay? Please join a guild and just hire mercenary from guilds. They are free. This mercenary hire is paid. You have to pay with Spina. Why would you pay with Spina to get a very low level mercenary that has like 400 attack or 900 attack compared to joining a guild, and then you get a mercenary for free and they have thousands of attack because they're pro players, right?
Actual character up for hire as a mercenary. So when you're offline, other players can pay some Spira to hire you for an hour. I check the Merc board and I hire Xian, a damaged, focused greatsword user, for 52 Spina per hour.
I mean,
right,
52
I've rented
Spina
you for the hour. Let's see what you can do.
But,
if only I had a Spina every time I've said that since the divorce. So it turns out mercenaries are insanely useful. Like, a dragon kill is down from 3.5 minutes to 50 seconds because Xian wrecks the dragon. But you know what? Maybe this means I can kill the ooze even without health potions. So Xian and I head on back, and yeah, ooze kill in 34 seconds, baby.
Yeah.
Time to grind.
34 seconds, 50 seconds, you know? Those mercenaries, they can one-shot the boss. If you join a guild and you get a good mercenary, they can one-shot the boss. Yeah.
Actually kill the ooze so many times that I gather all the materials needed, but I still haven't got the emerald stone. And
of course, that's only the newbie bosses, right? The early bosses, and at normal difficulty. If you play it on ultimate difficulty, for example, the highest difficulty, and if you play on the later part of the bosses, then you can't one shot. Of course, it's gonna take a while.
Dropping, but then
if you use a mercenary to fight endgame bosses and on ultimate difficulty, you can't kill the boss. Yeah, imagine right now in the beginning, you can hire mercenaries, you can potentially one-shot bosses. But if once you reach endgame bosses on higher difficulties, you can't even beat them with mercenary. The mercenary deals the damage the mercenary deals is too low. That's the difference.
Award. Play for 6 hours consecutively and a total of 16 hours. Now, I'm not proud of those awards, but if you told me that Toram Online was your main game, I would understand why. But then another irony happens. I have spent so much time killing the ooze to get the next drop for the weapon, I actually hit level 55, which is the threshold to make the next weapon from the blacksmith. So with Xian by my side, I decide to focus on that instead. I check the drop locations. I need to head to the Gate of Another World map and kill a planet head. So off we go. But here, I run into a problem. Gate of Another World is a long way away, and getting there means passing through the Lost Town. Now, can we just take a moment to appreciate how cool this map is? A shadowy, deserted, destroyed town filled with shadow figures of Victorian gentlemen in top hats floating around. And the whole area looks like it's the epicenter of a sphere of annihilation attack with floating ethereal rock clusters in the distance. This place, again, reminds me... This town
was blown up, basically. It got blown up by a magical weapon back then. If I'm correct, no, not a magical weapon. The 3 wizards blew it up.
The ending section of Eternal Ring. Second time I've got that vibe from this game. Now, the Gate to Another World is just beyond the village, but to leave the village,
blocked.
I must pass the zero boundary. And this is both a narrative and mechanical softlock. To access the connecting map, I need to beat the Pillar Golem boss, so I try. And it one-shots Xian. That's not looking good. The Pillar boss is an absolute unit. I can't touch its health. It's hitting me hard.
Look at that. See? This Xian mercenary, he beat the previous bosses, right? In like 50 seconds or 34 seconds without any issues. And it came to Pillar Golem. Pillar Golem is not even close to an endgame boss. He got one shot.
And fast. So I guess I may have pushed too far, too fast for a higher weapon. But that does put me in an interesting place. I can't continue the narrative story because the 2-headed beast is too hard to kill, so I need to grind for either levels or equipment, and equipment is the more efficient thing to do now. So I could grind the ooze to get a better weapon, or the dragon to get better armor, or I could do more challenge dungeons to get more experience.
Or you can just join a guild and get a mercenary.
but any choice I make is going to take quite some time. And while I would probably enjoy the gameplay of these choices, I am running out of time to play more and review the game, so I think we'll have to leave it here for now. So we can say that Toram Online definitely has a lot to do for the first 16 hours, but then the grind tends to kick in. In many ways, Toram Online is
this
to
game
our
is
Kenny story
grindy.
what 𝐂𝐤𝐤𝐞 is to my ex-wife, cheaper and...
Wait a minute! What is my name there? It's 𝐿, not Zen. The subtitle.
It's better, plays better, and has more engaging boss mechanics, better combat balance, and far more choice about what to do at any given moment. It's not perfect, but the level of polish is impressive. The boss break system and the active engagement with the game it creates is a system I wish other games did. The characterization of minor characters in cutscenes is impressive, and the plot interested me enough to play for 3 solid days. Just remember, it's not Final Fantasy XIV, despite all of the signs that it might be. So to end the review, I will award Toram Online better than my ex-wife.
Oh my god.
10. Cheers for watching. Another massive thank you to all the supporters on Patreon and Twitch who keep the channel alive.
That's all! Yeah, I told you guys he didn't even react to Bell. Actually, he praised the game. He praised the game. It's a positive review, you know? In fact, there are a lot of features in this game that he wished other games had. Right? Solon, thanks for the promo. Alright, now I will show you guys what I meant earlier. I'm gonna go to Toram. I'll show you guys what I meant, alright? I have a guild. I own a guild. Not own. I'm a guild master, basically. I don't own the guild. Technically I do, but I don't want to say that. On. Let me just show you guys the screen. Where did it go? Wait. Hey. Oh, wait, hold on. Give me a moment. Turn this off. And then... Huh? Hey? Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, login fail. Hold on. Give me... Alright. There. Let me just try to log in one more time. Currently, the reason why it's so full is because there's a collab going on. There's a collaboration with No Game No Life. Yeah. No Game No Life doesn't really collab a lot, but they actually collab with Toram. Surprising, right? Thanks for the sub. Nah, I don't need to change channel. Just keep trying to log in. Alright. So. Mercenaries. Very important. I have a guild. I own a guild, technically. Okay, this is my guild. Alright? Just go to Guild Mercenaries. Boom. And then choose Search. Attacker. Power. And then choose Two-Handed Sword. Always choose Two-Handed Sword. Okay? Boom. Look at this. 21,000 attack. Compared to the attack earlier, 900. That's a massive difference, right? Look at this. Okay. I'll go to the bosses earlier. What was it? Pillar Golem, right? Pillar Golem. His mercenary got one shot. Let's see my mercenary. Pillar Golem is right here. Right here. I don't know why I have to download, but I'm downloading. And it's also raining, by the way. So, it's raining right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it rain, but if you guys can, then I apologize. That's a long download, though. Oh my god. Okay. No, I have. Of course I have. But sometimes I have to re-download the game. Maybe the game's data corrupted, right? So I had to re-download the game, and that's why I have to download everything again. Oh, the game's download is so slow. It's not my connection, guys. I can stream just fine, right? It's not my connection. I don't know why it's raining so hard right now, so I gotta talk more loudly. Oh my god, so slow. Let me drink some water. Itu proses installnya yang naka-speed down. Iya, betul. So, what happened to your voice? Nothing. I'm just speaking more loudly right now because it's raining. It's raining so hard, so I gotta speak more loudly. Sam did not travel man PC. I have. I had to re-download the game before. That's why. Okay. Pillar Golem on normal, right? Let's see. He did it on normal. This is the game. This is the boss he showed earlier. Let's see. My mercenary. I won't even attack. There. Wow! Look at that. Boom. He didn't get one shot. That's crazy. Look at that damage. Wow. He's dead. See? But there is an endgame boss that the mercenaries can't do anything about. Let's see. Let's say this endgame boss right here. Marina Town. Let's say this boss, yeah. This is spoiler, by the way. This is an endgame map. Beautiful, right? The music also improved a lot compared to the beginning. Human was pretty easy for my mercenary, honestly. Muldoon was much harder for mercenary. Really? My mercenary was dying on Humida. I don't know why. No, I don't know how your mercenary can even survive here. Relisa already a Walker mercenary. Yeah, true. Relisa. Wait, the spoiler! Attack berapa mercenary-nya? 21.000 attack-nya. Alright, this is the boss. Let's say we fight a normal difficulty, okay? Just normal difficulty. Look at that damage. Oh my god! Yeah, it's dead! See? This is just normal difficulty, by the way. Oh! And then there's also this boss. This is the current latest boss in the main quest. The latest boss, okay? Right here. Let's do normal. Oh my god. Wait, did it just show his HP? Did I see that? Wait, hold on. Let me just restart. Yeah, the BGM is really good. I love the BGM. It's question mark. Let's see. Okay. 32 mil. On normal? 32.4 mil? Wow. That means it's 324 million HP on ultimate. That's crazy. Alright, let's fight. This is the current latest boss in the game. Yeah. I mean, the mercenary is surviving for now. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Oh my god. Yeah. Yikes. Ooh, I escaped. Yeah, that's the endgame boss. And also, here, evasion. Please use your evasion. I set my evasion on space key. Okay? Like this. See? I can evade. See? Evasion. Wait, why is my mercenary not dealing any damage? Ah, there we go. That's evasion. Let me show you. Key configuration. Dash or evasion. Space. I put it on space. Okay? Why? Why all? Alvier, why? What key for your guard? If I remember correctly, let me just check. Settings. My guard is 𝐿𝒌𝒄. I don't usually use 𝐿𝒌𝒄. It's okay. I'm currently using an MMO. I'm using a mouse that has 12 macros. So it's literally made for MMOs. I currently set the key, this num key, on 11. If I remember correctly, let me check. Let me just use my halberd. Okay. Yeah, oh, actually, it's 12. It's on 12. Yeah. Is mercenary important in easy mode? Yes. Very important. Mercenary is always important when you're doing main quest. Even for endgame players, even for the best of the best players, we all still use evasion. Sorry, not evasion. We all still use mercenaries for main quests. M3 and M4? What? What does that mean? Take care, Jesse. For mobile users, tap the minimap twice to evade. There's also a button where we can just tap to evade on mobile. You can set up the button too. You don't have to tap on the map twice. Mouse button 3 and mouse button 4. Ah, I see. So that's what it means. So that's what it. I have 12 extra buttons on the side. So 1 to 12. Literally 1 to 12. I'm not even including left click, right click, blah blah blah. Those are not included. I literally have 12 buttons on the side. Yeah. Give me a mouse. Okay, let me just show you guys how my mouse looks like. Let me just search it out. Let me just search it out, okay? Let me see the model. Ah, okay. What? Oh. Ah, this one. Right here. There. What the? Oh, wait. Give me a moment. This is my mouse. Literally 12 buttons on the side. So show us the search history. I deleted it. It's gone. Everything's gone. Looks like a telephone, kinda. So this thing, this what's it called? This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The circles. Basically these circle thing. This is kind of like the weight. So you can put them inside and it increases the weight of the mouse. Or you can just remove them and it decreases the weight. So you can adjust the weight of your mouse with this. Yeah, weight. A pro MMO mouse, yes. Yes, buddy. The thing is, I don't even use all the buttons. I only use 2 of them. It looks nice. It's also a pretty beefy mouse. It's quite beefy. It's big, like really big. If you have a small hand, I don't recommend you guys to use this mouse. It's really big. Nokia mouse. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Oh! Not much, civilian. I think I'm gonna end the stream now. Time to end the stream, guys. Should I stream tomorrow? I'm still thinking if I should stream tomorrow. Like, I don't know if we have a new update on Thursday. Because they delayed the high difficulty boss, right? Till September, I think. So I really don't know what they're gonna give us on this Thursday. Yeah, so I'll think about it. I'll think if I should stream tomorrow. I haven't been streaming a lot lately because I'm taking a break, a lot of breaks. So yeah, but I'll hopefully I can stream tomorrow. Hopefully maybe I'll do Jibril. Maybe I'll do Jibril with Pillow, since Pillow is also streaming tomorrow. I know what I'm saying right now doesn't make sense if you guys are new to the game or you guys are not playing the game. What I'm saying right now doesn't make sense, but basically I'm just thinking if I should stream tomorrow, and maybe I will. All right. All right then. It's time to end the stream. If you guys are new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. Okay, and don't forget to turn on the notification, the bell icon after subscribing. If you guys haven't joined my Discord server, be sure to join. The link is in the description or in the live chat. It's gonna be sent soon in the live chat. Hold on. There. Okay. And lastly, but not least, if you guys wanna support me or support the channel, check out the membership, the super chat, the super sticker, my throne, my Patreon, which no one really uses, or if you guys are from Indonesia, check out my SO area. Alright? That's all for the stream. Very nice review of the game by 𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎. And hopefully, there can be more players that starts playing Toram online. I want to see new faces. So if you guys can, you can also promote the game. You know, like advertise the game, share the game to communities, other game communities, and hopefully they can, they may be interested and play the game. Yeah, because the game is really a hidden gem. Alright, that's all for the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys again possibly tomorrow. Bye bye.